guys, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Annie. Today I thought I would show you how I got this eye look using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Alyssa Edwards palette. If you're anything like me, you picked this up when it launched because you were drawn in by all of the absolutely beautiful and amazing, gorgeous colors in this palette. You got it in, you were super excited, you played with it once or twice, you got another new palette, you put this in your drawer, and you forgot that it existed, which is really sad because this is actually a beautiful palette and it actually performs very well on the eyes. So pulled it out today, headed over to a friend's house to have tea, and then possibly out to the beach to watch the sunset. And yeah, so I pulled it out today and did this eye look. If you are interested in seeing how I accomplished this on my 42-year-old eyelids without, I think, looking too much like a clown, please stay tuned. Okay, let's see if we can get the left eye to match the right eye. All right, so taking my Alyssa Edwards palette, and I'm going to start with the darkest shade I'm going to use today, which is going to be the shade Believe, which is the deepest, darkest purple in the palette here. Now, I know some people have some problems with patchiness with this shade. I haven't really run into that too much, and I don't know if it's because I always lay this shade down first. I believe this one's a pressed pigment, and when working with pressed pigments, you really do need to do them first. You need to work with them first so they have a place to stick. So I'm just putting it over my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade 00. And we're just going to kind of pack that on. I'm just using this big Luxie 209. It's a large shader. It picks up a nice amount of product, and I can lay it down fairly quickly. And then I'm just going to bring that all the way across. And it's okay if it gets a little bit on my lid because I am going to obviously cut my crease out. I actually find, for me and the shape of my eyes, I tend to go for the more elongated kind of cat eye look because I have small eyes and they are hooded. And so I just find that that helps to elongate my eye a little bit, and the cut crease kind of opens them up since I take it up over where my eye crease is. So I'm bringing that up fairly high. And you can see I'm more like stamping it on rather than dragging it. Once I get the color to the intensity that I kind of want, then I'll kind of go in and lightly just blend these edges. I'm not going to do too much with that just yet because now I'm going to go ahead and pick up the next shade, Texas Made, which is the bright pink in this palette here. It's the matte pink. And I'm going to pick that up on, what is this? An Elizabeth Mott blending brush. And we are going to blend that out. I'm going over the top of that purple by quite a lot, really. And I'm just working in small circular motions here, blending the edges of these two together. And I find in doing my shadows in this order, I really am able to get the intensity of that purple without too much patchiness, which I like. Just continuing to blend that out. I'm going to go over this pink with the yellow to get that orange shade. And I'm bringing it in here into the inner corner of my eye there, my eye socket. And we're gonna leave that as it is for right now. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up the yellow shade on this Luxie 121 mini blending brush. The yellow shade is Brick Road. I think that that's a really punny name. I really like that. So we're just gonna pick that up and we are going to blend that starting on the inner portion of my brow. And we are taking this all the way up to my eyebrow, because I want a little bit of the yellow, and then as it blends into that pink, it makes a really beautiful orange shade. And we're gonna just make sure we go all the way over there. Blending that in. Small circular motions again. Now I'm going to go back to that Elizabeth Mott brush with no additional product on it and just blend those two together a little bit more. And I'm actually going to go in with a different Luxie brush for the purple. It's a smaller one. I'm going to go in now with the 131, the mini angled brush. Just so that now I can be a little more precise in my placement of that purple. I want to bring it up a little bit more on the outer corner here, and then just gently drag it in, trying to get it to match the blend of the other side so you can kind of see where I'm at there. And looking straight on, making sure that I can see just a hint of that purple peeking out. Okay, I am going to cut my crease off camera, and then I'll be back to finish this part. Then we'll move on to everything else. So yeah, hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is where we are so far. I went ahead and did the under eye over here already. We're gonna go in and work on the left eye now. I'm going to take my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Tornado, and I am going to line my lower lash line with it and my waterline as well. Again, I am going to smudge this out with shadow, so if I don't get every little bit covered, I'm not too concerned about that. Going in with a smudger brush, this one just happens to be from Vintage Cosmetics, and the shade Believe again, that purple shade. I'm going to smudge that purple out, making sure that I connect everything to the outer corner of my eye. Going with a little bit more. I try not to pick too much up at a time. I know I've mentioned this before, but that just helps to minimize any fallout that can occur. I actually, surprisingly with this palette, surprisingly I say because ABH is kind of notorious for fallout, I actually haven't gotten a lot of fallout with this palette at all. All right, taking this next smudger brush from Royal Langnickel, I am going to go back into Texas Made, which is that matte pink shade, and I am going to smudge that right underneath the purple. And again, bringing it out to that outer corner. And of course, last but not least, I'm going to go in with yet again my Urban Decay electric palette brush. I'm going to take the fluffy side and go into Brick Road, which is that yellow shade, and apply that underneath the pink. A little bit more of that. And then I'm just going to take the blending brush that I used for the yellow before and blend that out and into that outer corner. Just making sure that I have a nice blend there. Okay, so this is where we are so far. Inner corner shadow. For my highlight in my inner corner, I'm actually going to use the highlighter which I used on my face, which is from the Urban Decay Afterglow palette. This is the original one. Unfortunately, I don't think it's available anymore. I'm going to go into the shade Bliss, which is this top gold shade here. And just apply that to my inner corner on a, what is this, the Luxie 141 mini round. Placing that there in my inner corner. It pretty much matches that shade Inspire, the gold shade that I have on my lid, but it's just a smidgen lighter. So now for brow bone highlight, I'm going to go back into the palette. I just kind of want to lighten it up a little bit, so I'm going to take headliner, which is the white shade here. It's a pretty good white. It isn't as opaque as the one in Riviera. Riviera has a really opaque white, but this is a pretty good white. And we're just going to highlight that brow bone, kind of lighten up that yellow just a smidge. I chose this brush because it's small enough to be detailed, yet it does have a little bit of fluff, which is what I want because I want to kind of blend into that yellow a bit. All right, so here's where I am. Of course, now we need lashes. So I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And we'll apply that to my top lashes. I did apply a wing liner today, which, I mean, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about wing liner. Just, I think, because as I've aged and my eyelids have gotten, you know, more wrinkly, more crinkly, more wiggly and droopy, wing liner can be kind of difficult. I am a big fat cheater and use the tape trick for my wing liner. I don't like to pull my eye out. I always wind up with a wonky wing if I try to do that. So I just use the tape and just put it on there so I can get a nice sharp line. Otherwise I am like a big fat hot mess. It's not pretty. And my wings never ever match. Sometimes I'm not even sure that they're related. Because my left eye is a little droopier, I always have to do my wing a little different. It more has like a funny little, I don't know, maybe I can zoom in and you can see. I'll just move a little closer to the camera and let's see if I can. I don't know if you can see here on the corner how it's got that little dart on it, and this eye doesn't have that, just because this eye is not as droopy as this eye. So my wings never match. So I love the look of wing liner, but sometimes, boy, it's such a hassle. And we all know that whenever you're in a hurry, chances are you're gonna mess up your wing liner and ruin your entire face. All right, we're gonna go with the lower lashes. We're gonna go in with the Wander Cosmetics Mile High Club mascara on the lower lashes, just to add a little bit more definition down there. I want a little bit more today. Okay, I think we're done with the eyes. This is the final look. I'll stay zoomed in a little bit and so you can get a good look at those. And we'll zoom back out here. All right, now for lipstick today. Do I want to go nude or do I want to go pink? I was kind of thinking, but I think Strawberry Crush might be a little too orange. It's kind of thinking Strawberry Crush today, or maybe I just want to go in with a gloss, another of the Urban Decay Hi-Fi glosses. I really like those. Or do I want to go in with Yes Ma'am? I do like it, Yes Ma'am. I think it's so pretty. I think Yes Ma'am might be a little bit too pink. So maybe we'll go in with Strawberry Crush today. Well, that's frightening. I'm looking in the wrong side of my mirror. This is the magnifying side, and it's just not pretty. You think you look good, and then you look in a magnifying mirror. It's the old school equivalent of the selfie cam. Okay, yeah, no, I can't do that. It's terrible. Okay. Oh, that is bright, isn't it? We might go in and tone that down. I think we are going to go in with the Hi-Fi Shine Gloss from Urban Decay in the shade Wild Side. This one is really nice. It's kind of got this really cool duochrome effect. We're just going to layer that. I don't know that that necessarily toned it down, but here we are. Okay, so there we go. There is the final look today, other than my little cat ears here. All right, so there we go. I am ready to go drink tea with my friends, talk about our children, make fun of them, all those things that moms like to do when their kids aren't present. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll get notified of all of my uploads. I upload at least once a week, sometimes more often, but I do try to promise you at least one video a week. And if you're interested in seeing more of my makeup looks, please head on over to Instagram and find me at @SeeMyBliss_beauty. Thanks again for joining me today. Have a fabulous day. Bye.